Any volunteer to light a candle? Oh, yeah, okay. We have three. No problem. Please sit down.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Before the meditation, let's do the chanting. You can turn to page 5 of our chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. The three refuges. Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dhammang saranam gacchami, Sanghang saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddhang saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammang saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Sanghang saranam gacchami. Next page. 5 precepts. Panatipata Veremani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami, Adinnādāna Veremani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami, Kāmesu Micchācārā Veremani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami, Musāvādā Veremani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami, Suramire Majja Pamadatthāna Veremani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. On the opposite page, Let's read the affirmative vows. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha. Itipiso bhagava araham samma sambuddho Vidyacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati Satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati. Homage to the Dhamma. Swakhato bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko akaliko ehipassiko opanahiko paccattam veditabbo vinyuhiti. Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samiti patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidam chattari purisa yugani Ante purisa pungala Esa bhagavato savaka sangho Auniyo Pauniyo Dattiniyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttarang Punyak Ketang Lokassati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offerings. Offering of light. Ganesarappaditthena Deepena tamadansina Tilokadipam sambuddham Pujayami tamunudam. Offering of incense. Gandha sambhara yuttena dupenaham sugandhina pujaye pujaniyam tam puja bhajana muttamam. Offering of flowers. Vanna gandha gunupetam etam kusuma santatim pujayami munindassa siripada saroruhe pujemi buddham kusumena nina punyena mitena labhami mokkam pumpam nilayati yatai dhammi kayo tatayati vinasa bhavam. Offering of water. Adivase tunu bante paniyam parikampitam anukampam upadaya patiganhatu uttama. Offering of drinks. Adivase tunu bante gilane panchayam imam anukampam upadaya patiganhatu uttama. Worship of shrines. Vandami cetiyam sabbam sabbadhani supatittitam saririka dhatu mahabodhim buddha rupam sakalam sada. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being. Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind-made are they. If one speaks or acts with them in pure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind-made are they. If one speaks or acts with the pure mind, happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things These bonds of sympathy function in the world like linking in a moving car. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities, as Smith removed the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened, and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
You can fold the book and keep it somewhere. Okay, welcome everyone to our meditation session. And we are so glad that you decided to spend this evening with us. Four of us were away actually. We spent 3 days in a forest monastery in West Virginia. And then we just came back right for this meditation. and this is the moment that we are kind of going to take care of our mind. Most of the time, the way our mind behaves is all determined by what we are facing, the person that we are with. So we just let our mind to do whatever it's habitually do based on what we see, what we hear, who are the people around us in situations. But right now we are going to do a little bit of guidance to our mind instead of letting it to be controlled by the situations what is around us. But we are going to gradually, gently guide our mind to experience one of the most wholesome states we are capable of. As our human mind is full of potentials, it has wonderful capacities. We just have to tune our attention to that and grow them. And so this is a wonderful opportunity that we all have decided to come here. And we are going to tap into the wholesome capacity that we have and then try to manifest it. So rejoice your decision to come here today. And you are watering, that wholesome part of yourself. And then we will bring it out. So with this rejoice, make a determination that I will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. This wonderful opportunity. So make a determination. I will make use of this wholesome meeting. I will make use of this wholesome gathering, this space, this guidance, and I will engage in a committed practice. Just make a strong determination. With that determination, let us listen to the sound of the bell and let our mind settle further and further into this moment. And at the end of the bell, we will do our chant, Namo Buddhaya, to further settle our mind to this moment. Let your mind settle into this moment. we can gently bring our whole attention to our body. Let your mind sink into your body. Feel your body. Feel where your legs are touching now. Feel that sensation of touch. And feel where your body meets the cushion or chair. Feel the pressed muscles in that area. And see how the weight of the body is felt there. And just you can gently move your attention to whole back area and see whether you have any sensations with your clothes in that whole area. Just feel those places where you can feel your clothes in the back. We can also bring your attention to the front part of the body and observe whatever sensation available in that whole area. There can be a lot of sensation in the front area. You can feel the belly and see with the subtle movement of the belly. Can you feel that subtle movement along with the breath? And we can feel our palms and fingers, how they touch. We can feel our chest area. And changes happen into the chest with the breath. And we can simply come to our face and also feel subtle sensation all around the face. With this awareness of the body, we will let this body to fully relax. This is a good time to give this body a chance to fully let go and relax. Even to release subtle tightness or tension in the body. We are all sitting in a very safe place, in a very friendly environment. So we can let go of all the concerns and let our body to loosen up. If you wish, you can use your breath to loosen up your body. We can lengthen our breath purposely, taking a very slow, long breath in and releasing the breath very slowly, allowing all the body to relax. Just take a long breath, slow, long breath. Let the air slowly flows into the body in a long breath. And release that air slowly, allowing the whole chest, belly to drop and relax. Take few more such long breaths and allow the whole body. If you have a special part of your body that you feel more tightness, bring your close attention to that area and take a deep breath in. When you breathe out, see whether you can allow that area to open up, release and relax. With this relaxed body, let us now bring our whole attention to our mind. Let us simply watch. What are the thoughts or memories coming to our mind right now? Whatever the thoughts, doesn't matter. We will simply notice whatever the thought or memory keep coming up. Various thoughts, memories keep appearing. This is the ordinary way of the mind. But right now, we will now intentionally guide our mind to come to a wholesome place. We will gently guide. Let us guide our mind to experience one of the most wholesome mental states we can ever develop: loving kindness. Loving kindness is the willingness for everyone to be well. Loving kindness is the goodwill towards all beings. Loving kindness is the friendliness or genuine wish of well-being. We all have a willingness in our heart for all to be okay, to everyone to be well. But that willingness is buried in our heart. This is a good opportunity for us to bring that buried, wholesome wish to take out. We will now open our heart and allow that willingness for everyone to be well, that goodwill, that genuine wish of well-being to manifest, to come out to the surface of the mind. Let us open our heart, just like when we hug our best friend, or just like when we are with the most trusted person in our life. Or we will open our heart just like when we see a smiling face of a baby, a little baby smiling. Or when we are with a puppy or kitten or any other pet. Let us open up our heart with care, with genuine wish of well-being. Just like we feel caring when we see a smile in the face of a little baby, let us now generate such open-heartedness. All beings are also like babies. Everyone seeks attention. Everyone seeks protection. Everyone desires love. So everyone is like a baby. Just like we open our heart in front of a little baby, let us open our heart towards all beings, including ourselves. We will allow this loving kindness to manifest. We will make this loving kindness to be stronger and stronger by simply making well wishes, good wishes to all beings. We will genuinely make good wishes to everyone. We will start with ourselves, with this living being sitting here. We are also one of the living beings, just like a baby. We will just pay some attention to ourselves, to this person sitting here. Feel your presence, and let us make a genuine wish to this living being. May this person sitting here be well, be safe, be strong, be healthy, be peaceful. We will take time to direct this loving kindness, this open-heartedness to our body, extending this loving kindness throughout this body with deep appreciation of the help that we receive from this body. All these organs, all these systems of this body have been helping us a lot. This is a good time that we take care and directly send this loving kindness throughout this body. May these lungs that are helping us even right now to breathe, feel your lungs if possible when you breathe in, how the lungs have some kind of cooling sensation when you breathe in. Just have some feeling. May these lungs and whole respiratory system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, even working for us right now, the cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system, be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digestive system, all the organs throughout this digestive system, the stomach, liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, the whole digestive system, be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys, both kidneys and whole genitourinary system, be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, the spinal cord, the brain stem, the middle brain, and the frontal lobe, may this whole nervous system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this whole body, all these muscles, all these ligaments and tendons, and all these bones, the large ones and tiny ones, and all these joints, be well, be healthy, be healed. We have now allowed this loving kindness to penetrate into the whole body, healing each part of the body. Let us now expand this loving kindness beyond ourselves to everyone else. Let us genuinely make a nice wish to all others. Let us now bring to our mind the most beloved people in our life. Just for a moment, not too long, just for a moment. Bring to your mind most beloved people in your life. and genuinely wish, may you be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond the beloved people to everyone else. Let us take a moment to wish for everyone sitting here with us in this room right now. May all people living next to each other around us, let us genuinely make this nice wish to everyone, including monks. May all people sitting here be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this room to everyone living in this whole area. Let us wholeheartedly wish, may all people living in this whole surrounding area, may they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us keep expanding this wish as wide as we can. Let us take time to wish for all people living in all different directions in faraway places. May all people living in the direction of our front, may all people living in our front direction, in faraway places, faraway countries in this direction, may all of them be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all people living in the direction of our right, may everyone living in faraway cities and faraway countries in this direction, may they all be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all people living in the direction of our back, may all people living in faraway cities and faraway countries in this direction, be well, be well, be well, Be peaceful. May all people living in the direction of our left, whoever the people living in this direction right now, in faraway places, in faraway countries in this direction, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. Let us keep expanding this wish beyond human beings to all other living beings. May all animals, from large ones to tiny ones, all animals be well, be well, be well, be peaceful. May all living beings, living in all directions, may all forms of life, whatever life forms there may be, may each and every living organism, without exception, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. Rejoice this boundless loving kindness, embracing all beings without exception. Rejoice this limitless love, boundless loving kindness, excluding none. Rejoice. With this rejoice, Let us now gently continue to rest our mind, continue to develop our calmness and peace by simply resting our mind on our breath. With this open heartedness, with this loving kindness, we will gently bring our whole attention to our breath and closely observe how the breath is entering our nostrils and how it is moving to our body, what changes are happening, and closely observe what happens when you are breathing out, the quality of the air, the places where our air are touching, the changes happening to the body. Keep exploring the whole experience of the breath. Let us now closely watch it and let our mind to rest with the breath. For next few minutes, let us mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out. Just keep bringing back your attention to the breath again and again. No matter how many times our mind have other thoughts or memories, that's okay. Just keep bringing back the attention to the breath. Every time you notice the mind is wandering, recognize it and bring it back to the breath and try to feel the experience of the breath as closely as possible. patache nidukha bhayapattache nibbhaya sukapattache nisoka hontu sabbepi panino. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation. Gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have peaceful meditation in our life. Let us feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters in the past who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Let us feel grateful to anyone who helped your meditation tonight. Let us feel grateful to anyone who cleaned and arranged this place for us to meditate tonight. Let us also feel grateful to these non-living things which helped our meditation, including this chair, this cushion, this bell, and this device that help you to connect to this meditation from home. With deep gratitude, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Rainy seasons.
It is raining. Actually, today is the full moon day, and we call it Asal Asal. And that is this today marks the beginning of 3 months long period, what we usually call rainy retreat. Rainy people. So it's really this is appropriate to rain today. Um, so it's the beginning of. That's why we were, in Forest Monastery in West Virginia for our personal 3 days retreats to start our 3 months retreat here. It's not really a retreat. That's the English translation, but we can call it Vassana period. Of course, where we are supposed to dedicate more to our practice and study. But as monks, we should be more available to you. It's not really a retreat, actually. It's more intensive period for both practice and service. Okay, so before we go there, any sharing or any questions of your meditation? Yes, Dan?
Monty, when I'm paying attention to my breathing,
Mm-hmm.
the instructions are take air through the nostrils. It's that's not absolutely necessary that we be focusing on
No.
air through the nostrils. Then eventually I start to I guess my question is kind of about the quality of awareness, because my awareness gets kind of diffused. And it's similar to being lulled to sleep with the breathing. It's not the same, but I get confused between diffused awareness and
More alert awareness.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you for asking that. Actually, this is the really important, delicate balance that we need to maintain. Because in meditation, we try to let everything settle down, and then at the same time, we want to stay quite sharp with our awareness, which is a very very delicate balance. Because with the moment we start to feel relaxed and release, and then we want our tendency to go all the way to sleeping. And then if you are not sleeping, if our mind is very active, that is normally active in terms of agitation and anxiousness. So when the delicate balance that we need to achieve in meditation, we are fully resting in the sense that everything is settled, and even the breath happens in a very smooth way. But then our awareness has to be quite alert and sharp. So it's common that I don't know whether what I'm correctly understand what you are saying. It's very common that when we settle down, we establish awareness in the breath, and then we can go to kind of half dream, half sleep state. But at the same time, we can also go to deep relaxation. Deep relaxation. Our sharpness of the awareness is kind of shut down, but we are in deep relaxation, not fully sleep. It's a very healthy state to be, definitely. But our goal in this meditation is not only to have that, but also to have awareness sharper and sharper and sharper, and we begin to see more details in the breath. It is true that when we will start somewhere, we can feel our breath very clearly. It could be nostrils for some people, it could be belly for other people, it could be throat for other people. Just you have to find out where you feel your breath most clearly, and you start from there. And then goal is to expand it, expand the awareness from there, how it really affects the whole body, and then begin to see all these subtle changes happening, subtle vibrations happening throughout the body along with the breath. How the breath, how the breath is happens all over the body, and that's just more more. It can be diffused, but more. What you can spread awareness, right, Bhante?
Mm-hmm.
More spread out awareness. You can say diffused. So, but not dull.
You can have spread awareness, and that is clear awareness.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Nancy.
Okay, last week you said that fear is related to the future
Future, yeah.
and grief is related to the past. So is anger related to attachment?
So you don't want the time for the anger, right? Whether it's related to past or future.
Oh, I'm
I mean, so you want to know how what is the
relationship to
with
anger.
anger, yeah.
If, the relationship to fear is the future and the relationship.
Yeah, I think our emotions are related to so many things, but if we take the time, fear is usual fear or anxiousness, anything that's going to happen, and grief is about what already has happened. So anger could be both past and future if you bring the time. But I think you brought the concept of attachment. And what anger is related to?
Because I was just thinking, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I can be angry about something that happened in the past.
Yeah.
But just seems like it's more about like how I wanted it to be. or
Exactly.
So it's like I'm
Yeah.
attached to the wanting of something
Yeah,
and it's not happening.
Yeah. exactly.
So I get angry.
Yeah. I think you use the word, wanting. So, right, so usually actually is anger and what's the other one? But they can you say greed or
Yeah.
the liking and disliking is the two sides of the same coin.
Yes.
We call them the rag and patika, right?
Patika,
Bhante?
yeah. So we have dislikes because we have likes, and that's a subtle form of anger. Dislikes is the beginning point of the anger. Anger does not arise at once. The initial rising of the anger is actually dislike, but we don't notice it. We are, it's beyond our radar. So therefore, dislike. This is like like milliseconds. I'm not. Yeah, can you say milliseconds? Yeah. So dislike is the first feeling, and then it can grow into like maybe this this resentment and the disapproval, resentment, and then get the angry. So in our deep meditation, when we sharpen our attention, before we get angry, we can detect the dislike. We can detect the disapproval and resentment, and before it becomes anger, we notice it, and then we can manage it. So that's the goal of our meditation, like bring that kind of sharpness to our awareness. Then even before we get angry, we notice it. But even after we get angry, we still can do something about it. So you are correct actually. So if we start from the beginning, we dislikes arose because we like the opposite, and that will develop a resentment. So definitely anger is there because we want the opposite. We want otherwise. If we don't have wantings, right? Yeah. If we don't have wantings, but which is difficult to have, but it's related to that. So I think it's a very good thing to contemplate. Whenever you get angry, maybe rather than maybe it's a good moment for us to explore. Okay, what is my wanting here? Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I wanted to use it
Yeah.
for.
yeah,
It's like, what am I attached to is what I was thinking, but
Yeah.
what is it that I want?
Yeah.
or Don't want.
yeah. Like some people, think about a time that we got angry when yeah, when people are not doing things on time, I get angry. I mean, not really, but let's say we had monthly gathering last time, right? Monthly, yeah. When people are not bringing the offerings to the hall right at 11 o'clock, I'm not angry, but I started like
Actually, beginning that is called the Bhante patika. That is not
Really
really the anger,
angry.
but that is the beginning, the origin. That is patika. Something like Bhante is how to run it. It's
like
striking.
conflict. Yeah, not conflict, but abrasive, tension, maybe tension. Yeah.
That is where we couldn't see Bhante.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. That is
We cannot notice it,
Notice,
right?
yeah.
So because I want
yeah.
things to happen at exact time, I want people to be in line. I have like image in my mind of this is how this thing should happen, right? And those things doesn't happen in that way. So I get maybe uneasy and anxious.
Is it fatigue?
But yeah, that's
Fatigue,
what he's saying.
fatigue.
Aggravation?
Uh,
Agitation?
agitation, I think
Unsettled.
impingement. No. Whereas initial subtle, primary.
Grinding.
Yeah, exactly.
agitating,
Grinding, yeah.
Racing. Raging.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for the question. Okay, so since today is the beginning of the rainy retreat, or let's say we call Vassana period, that's the term we use. Vassana is a Pali. Vasana period, and this is the period that we are supposed to be a little bit more intensive in our practice and do some extra practices during this 3 months period. And in the Buddhist tradition, as monks, we limit our travels, and we also observe extra precepts, extra practices during this 3 months period as a way of training ourselves. So we also encourage all other practitioners also, like, add something a little bit more during this 3 months period, and then let's have this intensive period that, and at the end of this 3 months period we have a big ceremony, right? The robe offering ceremony. We get a robe, you don't, but but so we get, yes, you get the opportunity to give us a robe. So it's a celebration. So therefore, to help you to have an additional practice during this 3 months period, we have prepared a chanting card. Last time also we had a chanting card, right? And so, but this time, I think some of you may still have that card. You can keep it. Some people even have memorized that, chanting.
Although you have done, there's no expiring date, but right?
There's no expired date. Yeah. But for this rainy season, we decided that our Wednesday gatherings, we will focus on a new topic. So today will be the last simile, right, Bhante? So we talk about similes, but we have been talking about Buddha similes. So for already a few months we discussed that. From next week onwards, we will start a new series topic. We will focus on the Noble Eightfold Path, Eightfold Path, which is the summary of the whole practice that we had to do. So we'll focus on more practical aspect. So we'll have the Eightfold Path. We will discuss those items in our Wednesday meditation. Therefore, we designed a chanting card, which has you can chant in the morning, preferably, and also in the evening, which has wishes or maybe affirmations that we are making, which are related to Eightfold Path. There are 8 affirmations that we are making related to the 8 aspects of the practice. It's 8 aspects of the practice. So if you think that you can use it, I'm going to give one each. Yeah. So we prepare this. It's a nice card, so you can do it at home. You can place it in a nice way, nice place, and make sure that you kind of combine this practice to your daily routine. And usually, if you like in the morning, it's really best if you can start your day with some form of chanting, some form of recitation, and at least shorter meditation. And then, of course, if you have time in the evening too. So therefore, maybe I'm sure that you don't miss your coffee in the morning, right? So, and somehow, attach this one to coffee, before coffee or after coffee, right? Yes, yeah. So somehow you have to attach that. Then you will do it, yeah. So before you leave home, and after your coffee, or maybe before your coffee, But I think before your coffee will be a little challenging. You're like craving for the coffee, right? Yeah. But maybe after coffee. Yeah. So.
How about while drink? Is it?
What?
How about while having coffee?
While having coffee? Yeah, not bad, Bhante, but yeah. But they have to focus. It's not something like you're reading your papers while a newspaper while drinking coffee. This has to be really focused, chant, because it's like a real affirmation you are doing. This is like setting your mood for the day, and making these affirmations and positive wishes that you are going to live, according to this. But at least make aspiration for that.
Newspaper is more fatiga.
More friction. More friction, right?
Yeah.
Friction will be a good word. Friction. Yeah. So these are the 8 affirmations that is in the chanting card. Let me read it for you. Those who are joining online, if you also like to use this, practice as like a daily chanting. If you are interested, please let me know. Give us a call. We will post this card to you. So these are the 8 affirmations. May I continue to clarify and deepen my understanding of the results of my volitional actions and the Four Noble Truths. You may not first, get the idea what we are doing here, but if you learn the Eightfold Path, you will know what kind of affirmations that you are doing. Let me say again. May I continue to clarify and deepen my understanding of the results of my actions and the Four Noble Truths. Second wish, may I continue to develop intentions of letting go, loving kindness, and compassion. Third affirmation, may I continue to develop truthful and kind speech. Fourth affirmation, may I continue to act compassionately and honestly. Sixth affirmation, may I continue to earn my living in harmless ways. Sixth, may I continue to make effort to abandon unwholesome thoughts and cultivate healthy and beneficial thoughts. 7, may I continue to be mindful of my body and mind. 8, may I continue to meditate and calm my mind to see things with insight. So these are related to Noble Eightfold Path. So you will, read this. Okay, so collect this, at the end of the program. Therefore, today's simile is about the Noble Eightfold Path. And this is simile we found in the important discourse, that is in the Middle Length Discourses in the collection called Majjhima Nikaya, the Middle Length Discourses. We find this simile given by the Buddha. Suppose, monks, that in a forested wilderness or wilderness? Wilderness. Yeah. Suppose, monks, that in a forested wilderness there were a large, low-lying marsh, like grass, in dependence on which there lived a large herd of deer. And a certain man were to appear, not desiring their benefit, not desiring their welfare, not desiring their rest from bondage or freedom from bondage. He would close off the safe and restful path that led to their rapture and would open up a false path and set out a male decoy and place a female decoy, and thus the large herd of the deer would eventually fall into ruin, disaster, and decimation. What is decimation? Death. Okay. So, the idea the Buddha said that suppose, and Buddha said, just imagine this situation, have in your mind, have this image in your mind. There's a nice wild forest, and inside this forest there's a large low-lying marsh, best food for deer, right? Not except tulips, right? Yeah. Of course, and so like a very large, nice marsh. There was a herd of deer who lived, on this, and they were happily going to that, place. But some person just appeared that this person does not like, their well-being. It's not desiring their, welfare. It's not desiring their freedom from bondage. So what he did, he actually closed the safe path that goes to that place, and open a false path. Open a new path, a false path that will not lead them to like safe journey. There will be a lot of dangers in that path. And not only that, he set out a male decoy. It means that he kind of in those days when people want to hunt deer, they will prepare a wooden deer, looks like deer, and they place them in that place, so the other deer will think, deers are there, so they tend to come to that place. So not only male, he has two decoy, male and female. So maybe the male deer will attract to the female decoy, and maybe the female one will attracted to male decoy. I don't know, but this is what he did. And so then he opened this false path, the dangerous path, and have this two decoy. And then the herd of deer, seeing this false path and seeing these two decoys, and will take that path. And instead of having a safe journey, they will end up with all the troubles, problems, and eventually perish. And then suppose that a certain man were to appear to that same large herd of deer, desiring their benefit, desiring their welfare, desiring their rest, freedom from bondage. He would open up the safe, restful path that led to their rapture, and would close up the false path and take away the male decoy and destroy the female decoy. And thus the large herd of deer would eventually come into growth, increase, and abundance. You got the idea, right? Okay. That's what the Buddha, suppose, create. And then I have given this simile in order to convey meaning. Meaning is this: the large low-lying marsh stands for sensual pleasure. The large herd of deer stands for living beings. The man does not desire in their benefit. It stands for Mara. Oh, that's a difficult concept, right, Bhante? Anyone here heard the term Mara? M-A-R-A, Mara?
Like God of illusion. Illusion? God of illusion.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Mara? Same.
His name means death.
The eagle.
Okay. I think let me maybe the Mara is a very important concept, in the Buddhist teaching. It comes from the root death, but it stands for. It's actually, the Mara is a personification of our defilements. And if you want to talk all the bunch of defilements and then talk about that, and we can call it Mara. And sometimes we can use that term like a Mara, like as a person, like the whole.
Buddhist devil.
Yes, the personification of all the defilements, but importantly the delusion, the ignorance, delusion. And so we say that at the moment of the enlightenment of the Buddha, and he has a last battle with the Mara. You may have seen the image of the Buddha, and Buddha is touching the earth. His one hand is over here, and the other hand is like going down his knees and touching the earth. Have you seen such images?
Yes.
It's right over there. Yeah, that shows the moment of enlightenment. Whenever you see the touching the earth, that shows the Buddha's moment of enlightenment. Because in that last battle that he had with the Mara, which is actually with his own mind, with the defilements and with the delusion of his own mind, the last moment, all the defilements and delusion came with its full force, and he was touching the earth to get confidence, because he has been practicing, he has been developing these qualities for long time, and no one is around him. I mean, the only thing that has witnessed his long practice is the earth. So he touched the earth. That I did this practice. So he touched the earth, get some confidence, and faced the Mara, and then won the battle. So the battle with the Mara. So Mara stands for even like. Anything that Mara can be anything that bring us to more craving, more clinging, more suffering. Anything that drag us that direction can be called Mara. In that case, some friends can be Maras too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Who's supposed to drag to the cycles of birth or even the samsara?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and sometimes even people can act as maras for us.
Everybody in here's probably had a boss that's Mara.
I mean, Mara doesn't mean that only the people who kind of give you a hard time. But actually, Mara is the one who actually entice you. Maybe like like encourage you, to do a thing. Yeah,
But the temptation.
temptation. Yeah. Maybe a friend that always encourage you to come to bar. Every Friday evening. Yeah. Can be a Mara. So sometimes the Mara, yeah. So that could be Mara. But in the Buddhist cosmology, also actually, there's also a divine being who assumes himself to be the leader of the sensual world. He doesn't like anybody to go beyond the sensual pleasures. Like, for example, meditation is one way that we go beyond the sensual pleasures and find another form of joy. And the divine being who assume thinks himself that he is the leader of the sensual world, sensual realm, doesn't like anyone to go beyond his realm. And so there's a divine being can also be a Mara who will not who can disturb meditation, because people are going beyond his realm. So there are many
In
concepts.
that case, Bhante, there are so many friends like that, right?
Yeah, so many friends. Okay, no need. I mean, no need to go to Wednesday meditation. Just come and have dinner with me. So okay, let's go back to the explanation. So again, the large low line marsh stands for sensual pleasures. The large herd of deer stands for living beings. The man does not desiring their benefit, not desiring the welfare. It stands for Mara, the evil one. I think it can also be evolution. The whole process of evolution is, and also maybe capitalism. It can be Mara. And false path stands for eightfold wrong paths. That means our speech, our behavior, our thoughts that will bring us suffering. And the male decoy stands for delight, passion or delight, like a craving, like delight. And the female decoy stands for ignorance. So these like the male and female decoy.
This is not about.
Huh?
This is not about male or female.
No. I mean, these are the two things that will. It should be other way around, right? But doesn't matter whether it's female or male. But there are two decoys. One is delight or maybe craving. Other one is ignorance. Like so these are the two things that keeps us dragging into the direction of suffering. Always inviting us. Okay, come here. This is a nice place. Craving and ignorance, and we will be fooled by those two things, and we'll walk the false path, and end up having more troubles and suffering and problems. Yeah. So actually, there's another statement saying that the parents of suffering. If you have the parents for suffering, father is ignorance and mother is craving, and the suffering, the mother and father give rise to suffering. That means ignorance and craving come together and give rise to suffering. So it's the same meaning here, but it's used a slightly different language, right? More subtle form of craving is delight, and then ignorance. And the man desiring their benefit, desiring their welfare, desiring their freedom from bondage, stands for the Tathagata. Tathagata is another term for the Buddha. The man who desiring the welfare of this herd of deer that always like being fooled by these two decoy, and this, and always walk into this false path, thinking that they'll be happy, they'll be free, but end up having more problems and more bondages. So deciding these, the herd of deer stand for living beings, right? So deciding the welfare of this, this living beings is the Tathagata, the Buddha, the enlightened person. The safe, restful path that led to their rapture stands for the Noble Eightfold Path. The safe path, not the false path. The safe path that truly bring us to freedom, bring us to genuine happiness is the Noble Eightfold Path. And then Buddha said that, so monks, I have opened up the safe, restful path for you. I have opened up the safe path for you. I have closed off the false path and removed the male decoy and destroyed the female decoy. It's interesting, right? When they remove the delight, but destroy the ignorance. Because you don't really destroy the craving. You destroy the ignorance, then automatically the craving will be gone. Whatever, and Buddha said, whatever a teacher should do, seeking the welfare of disciples out of sympathy for them, that I have done for you. Now it is your job. It's not here, but that's the main, Whatever a teacher should have done is done for you. Over there are roots of trees. Over there are empty dwellings. Practice meditation. Don't be heedless. Don't later fall into regret. This is our message to you. That is how he ends. So Buddha said, I have opened a safe path for you. So now our job is to walk that path. And we are the deer. And very easily be fooled. We can easily be fooled by so many other things. But the safe path is open. There's a false path too. A safe path is open. Now Buddha said that as a teacher, out of compassion, I have done what a teacher should have done. So that is what we are going to learn from next week onwards. So you have to come to meditation to learn the safe path. But of course, I think you should have read about Noble Eightfold Path, right? So that's the path leading to cessation of suffering. It's about, so if Eightfold Path is like a complete training program to transform our personality. The complete training program, this address our cognitive part, how we have to change the way we think. It addresses our behavioral part, how we can adjust, how we can realign our speech, our behavior, even our work, our job to that a goal. And then the last three is about mental cultivation. Meditation is part of that. So it's address the cognitive reorientation, behavioral part, and then deep transformation of the mind that will change the whole personality. That will transform ourselves to have less suffering and have more freedom.
So like the eightfold path is the fourth noble truth.
Yes, the fourth noble truth. Yes. There's suffering, there's a cause to suffering, there's a way out of suffering, and path that bring us to that suffering. That is the Noble Eightfold Path. Okay. So we can take a chanting card and start chanting from tomorrow. Actually, last time when I gave this chanting card, I had the calendar on the opposite side for 3 months. And the day that you were able to chant, you were supposed to mark. Yeah, I gave that, but I thought, actually this time we didn't have time to prepare such a thing. We were away, but, somehow I managed to have at least a card. So I may not check. the report card. But you can promise to yourself, And so within the 3 months, we had about 90 days. But try to do as many days as you can.
And meanwhile, we have two full moon days, right, Bhante?
Yeah, 2 full moon days, 2 more full moon days.
Then we can look.
We can
progress.
look back,
Look
yes,
back,
yes,
yeah.
but exactly, yeah. And then if you manage, some days you may miss this, but that's okay. But don't stop the whole thing just because you miss a day or two. Come back and do it, and maybe you can make your own marking. If you manage to do, just put one. Just mark, and you can just see. Later you can rejoice your effort to practice. Okay, let's move to the other part of the program. So we can turn to page 14. So this is the time that we can take a moment to share all the goodness that we generated right here. By coming to this practice, doing this practice together, we generated so much goodness in our heart, good merits, good karma. Let us now share these good merits with all of others. First of all, let us record our mind with gratitude, our beloved family members, friends who are no more with us today. Let us be grateful to all people and let us share these good merits with all of them. All our departed family members, relatives, friends, teachers, may they share this goodness, good merits. May they be well and happy wherever they may be. Idang mi ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idang mi ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idam mi ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Sharing merits with all other living beings. If there's any living being who would like to share this merit, may he or she do so. May all living beings share our merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ittavata amhi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world. In English, may the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana. Purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be heedful. This is our blessing service. Now we are going to chant the Loving Kindness Sutra for you. And Loving Kindness Sutra is a very special sutra given by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. So we are going to chant the same sutra for you now. Wishing you all good health, peace, happiness, strength, and courage to overcome your difficulties and challenges. Throughout this chant, we will maintain unbound loving kindness, radiating these good wishes to you. You may also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with. Your family members, your friends, people who are sick. You can recall them to your mind and share these blessings with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya matta kusalena yantang santang padang apisamicca sakko jocha sujocha su chasansa mudu anatimani santosansa kocha subarocha ampaginchocha sallahuka vunti santrindriyocha nipakocha Ampagambo kulesu ananugindo nachakundang samachare kinchiyena vinyu pare upavadeyum sukino vakemino hontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukitanta eke cipana bhutanti tasavata anavase sadigavaye mahantava Majjimaraskanukatula dittava eva dittha ye dure vasanti avidure bhutava sambhave siva sabbe santa bhavantu sukhitantana paro parang nikumbeta nati manyeta kanta Nang kanche vyarosana patiga sanyanya manya sansadukha mitcheye matayata niyam puntang ayusa eka punta manurangke evam pisambhabhutesu manasam bhavaye aparimanang mettang ca Lokasmin manasang bhavati aparimanang uddhang adocha tiriyang ca asambadang avirang asapantang tittang carang nisingno vasayano vayavatasang vigadamindo etang sating aditteye brahma Metang viharang idamaho detting cha anupagam silava dasansanina sampanno kamesu vinaya gedhang nahi jatu gambaseyang punareti Etena sanca vajjena sotti te hotu sambada etena sanca vajjena sambarogo vinassatu etena sanca vajjena hotu te jaya mangalam Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavattvantarayo sukhe digayuko bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Let us spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to your mind whatever kind deed that you were able to do during last few days. Think about your past few days and recall to your mind an incident that you were able to be kind to someone. Even a simple act of kindness. Let us rejoice these opportunities to be kind. On this day or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings, with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds and gladly share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in free my heart. Let us now recall to our mind a kindness or help we receive from others. Think about your past few days and recall an incident that you received some help, some care from others. Or you heard about a good, kind deed of others. Let us rejoice goodness of others. On this day or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you everyone for joining us today, and thank you who joined over YouTube, and really appreciate your participation. And please let us know if you need a chanting card. Just make a note in your chat area, and we will post that to you. Just say I need one. And the others, thank you and have a great night to everyone. And others, please come and collect, a chanting card. And if you like, you can also have a blessing string.